Chapter 1 School Days. My little sister can read kanji. And that's really quite amazing. Actually, no, it's not. A future Japan in which kanji are no longer used? If you were to think rationally, there is no way for such a thing to happen. It is just unrealistic to believe that Japanese could be expressed only
Chapter
with
1
School
School
Days. So, let's get real here. In 23rd century Japan, it's not merely kanji, which are no longer used in Japan, it's Japanese itself. Japan is now an English-only country. English has become the official language of all countries around the world, and Japan is no exception. Japanese was driven out mercilessly by the invading English, and the old Japanese of Japan has disappeared. Therefore, I think it best to restart this work with the appropriate setting. My little sister can read English. From now on, I will be writing my monologue in English as well. Sui waita no dukagorke negashimesu. Oniai-chan, what are you muttering about? My sister's rude question interrupted my train of thought. What is it? I was just about to have an interesting idea. I was figuring out an idea for my new book, I replied. New book? Wait, it's not that one? You're gonna write something different again? No, that one is my life's work. This is a different one. Walking next to me was a girl with long, shiny, black hair. She seemed more mature than her 16 years of age with her well-proportioned body and precisely structured face. She was carrying a dictionary with her, which lent her an intellectual air. She was the elder of my two little sisters, Kuroha. Brother and sister, we climbed the gentle slope toward the 21st century high school, which stood on the top of the hill. But we were not alone. Oh, Jin-san, are you writing another novel? When it is done, please let me read it. The blonde-haired girl with the calm voice gave me a warm smile. She was extremely beautiful, and her eyes gave off an expression of kindness. Everything about her was lovable. She was Yuzu-san, a beautiful girl from the 21st century, who I had met. I was in the middle, and I was walking with Kuroha to my right and Yuzu-san to my left. My new work will be written entirely in English and take place in Japan. Don't you think it will be a refreshing setting? I explained. Oh my. You mean Japan has become the US? If that's the case, then should I have been cooking meals that Americans would like? Yuzu asked curiously. Is it really that improbable a setting? If English continues to spread, couldn't you see it actually happening in the far future? Commented Kuroha. Yuzu-san and Kuroha had completely different reactions to my idea. I'm going to title my new work and dot. I wrote the title on the palm of my hand and showed it to them. Maybe I don't need to ask, but what does it mean? Asked Kuroha. If it's you, Oniai-chan, then probably. It's a little girl sitting Indian style in gym class. Figures, she replied, as if hoping for some other answer. Which part is the head and which part is the rear end? Asked Yuzu-san. Kuroha looked exasperated, and Yuzu-san tilted her head a little. Hey, Kuroha, there's one thing I'd like to ask you about, I said. What is it? She asked. What does this title have to do with an English-only Japan? How the hell would I know? Ask that bone in your head you call a brain. Kuroha hadn't been in a good mood since this morning. As we talked, the front gate to the school came into view. On it was written, which I had figured out meant the name of our school. I wasn't able to read it myself, but Kuroha and Yuzu-san had taught me how. Yuzu-san, what is today's date and year again? June 27, 201X. I see. In that case, we had already been in the 21st century for a week. In order to return the culture of the 23rd century to what it was, we had come straight back to the 21st century. In the real 23rd century Japan, the city streets were overflowing with mo, and kanji were no longer used in written Japanese. The great author, Kuronagura, had written a mo novel called Oniaka, which had had a tremendous impact on